English placement testing, also known as the Guided Self-Placement or GSP. The English Placement Survey is currently being used for native or near native English speakers to determine which English course to take. There are various courses that meet students' varying needs. ESL students who know that they want to take only ESL classes can skip the GSP or Guided Self-Placement Survey and go directly to the language lab to take ESL classes. If ESL students are not sure whether ESL classes or English classes would be best for them, then they can also take the GSP. The first thing that students should do is go to the csn.edu webpage and look at the mega menu options for placement testing. Then you will see what is placement highlighted in yellow and completing placements next to it. So let's click on completing placements. And over here we see English Placement Survey. For English Placement Survey, you are able to complete on any device. Make sure you complete the survey all the way to the end, where you get a breakdown of your answers and a percentage score, not just a number score, but a percentage score. Let's check it out. So the first thing you're going to need to do is enter your first name, last name, date of birth in this correct format, your email, and your NSHE student ID number. After you've done that, you want to take a look at the questions. Now, at the time this video is made, this is how the questions are, but the questions may change when you take the placement survey. So just use this as a helpful guide to understanding some of the questions. The first one, has English always been the only language you use for communication in your daily life? If you're a native English speaker, you're going to select yes. If you're a non-native English speaker, you're going to select no. I'm a native English speaker, so that would be a yes for me. Did you grow up using any other languages at home before you learned English? I did not, so I'm going to select no. How long have you been using English for communications in your daily life? Again, I'm a native English speaker, so I've been using it since birth. But maybe you've been using it since childhood, since your teenage years, or since adulthood. Have you ever studied English in a country other than in the United States? I have not, but perhaps you studied English in Canada or England. How long ago did you study English in another country? So I answered no, so this is not applicable to me. If you answered yes, you would want to choose the length of time. How many years did you study English in another country, excluding the United States? Oh, I'm sorry. This one is how long ago. So within the last 5 years. And this is how many. So 1 to 2, 3 to 5, or more than 5. Again, not applicable to me. Did you attend high school in the United States? Why, yes, I did. If yes, how many years of high school did you complete? I completed 3 to 4 years. If you entered high school in the middle after your freshman year, you might have just done 1 or 2. Or maybe you didn't complete any. So choose not applicable. How many of those U.S. high school years did you study English or ESL? I studied English for 3 to 4 years. I am confident in identifying patterns of errors in my English writing. So if I make a mistake, can I locate that mistake? Or does a teacher normally find that mistake for me? Well, I am very confident, but you might be less than confident, and you want to choose your degree of confidence. I can write and communicate in English at a college level. I strongly agree, but not all students will be strongly agree. So you choose the level that is best for you. At the bottom, you'll see an arrow to the right to continue. This asks high school learning experiences. How many books did you read a year in your English classes in your last 2 years of high school? I read over 4, many decades ago. How many essays of 3 or more pages did you write in your last 2 years of high school? I wrote 4 or more. Think about how many you wrote. How many research-based essays with outside references did you write? I went to a college prep high school, so I did 4 or more. Although this is not very common. And how often did you revise essays in a response to feedback on your writing from your teacher in the last 2 years of high school? Again, I did 4 or more, but some students will have none or just 1 or 2, which is very common. Next, reading and writing. I like to read books for pleasure or fun outside of school requirements. I strongly agree. I read all the time. But if you don't read often in English, then you might choose disagree. I typically understand the assigned readings in school. So when the teacher assigns something, are you capable of understanding all of the vocabulary words and the reading meaning, what it means? I strongly agree. I have no problem writing an essay of 4 or more pages. I can write 4 or more pages in like 3 hours. How about you? Can you write 4 or more pages very easily? You strongly agree all the way to strongly disagree. You choose. I can anticipate the audience I am writing for and write with that audience in mind. So if you're writing a persuasive essay, for example, you would need to understand who you are trying to persuade. Can you anticipate your audience? I can. I can figure out what is expected of me when given a written or a writing assignment. So if you're given lots of directions on what to write, are you able to understand those directions really well and produce exactly what the teacher is looking for? I can read challenging texts with unfamiliar words. So if there are words you don't recognize, are you still able to infer the meaning enough to comprehend the text? My writing is mostly free of grammatical errors. These are grammar mistakes like verb errors or adverb errors. I am confident asking for feedback on my writing from others, instructors, peers, family, and friends. I am very comfortable asking for help. How comfortable are you in asking for help? And overall, I feel confident that I am well prepared for college level writing. Not all students are prepared for college level writing, so think very carefully about which one of these applies to you. Thank you for completing the English Self-Placement Questionnaire. Your score is 56. So as a native English speaker, that's an okay score. If I am not a native English speaker, my score is going to be lower. And if I am a native English speaker, but I don't read a lot and I didn't write a lot in high school, my score will be lower as well. Just because you get the score, this survey is not complete. Please use this score to find your correct placement in the table below. So I'm going to scroll down to find the table, and I can see the score range here, 0 to 20, and this is for native English speakers, and this is for non-native English speakers. And here's 20 to 40, and this one is for non-native English speakers. And here's 21 to 40, and this is for native English speakers. And here's 41 to 63, and this is for non-native English speakers. And here's 41 through 63 for native English speakers. Now my score was 56, so I would be in this category here, English 101. Even though there are two of the identical score sets, I am not an international student. I am not a local resident from a non-English speaking country. I am not a local resident that came to the United States as a child. And I am not a local resident born in the US but grew up speaking a non-English language at home. So I am in this category here. So as I indicated, there are two categories, one for native English speakers, and those classes are English 100, 101, and 102, and one category for non-native English speakers, and those classes are 110, 113, and 114. English 100 for native English speakers and English 110 for non-native English speakers are both 5-credit versions of English 101, 3 credits, and English 113, 3 credits. The 5-credit options provide additional support and are recommended for students who place into those categories. As the directions indicated, you are not done with the survey until you get a percentage score. So let's keep going. We're going to scroll all the way down until we get to the arrow. It's going to prompt us on which course we feel will prepare us for college reading and writing. So my placement was English 101, and this is for native English speakers. If your score was lower and you are a native English speaker, then you would take English 100. If your score was the same as mine, but you are a non-native English speaker, you would take English 113. If your score was lower and you're a non-native English speaker, you would take English 110. And if your score was very, very low and you're a non-native English speaker, you would be advised to take another test for ESL placement. It's important for all non-native English speakers to get the correct placement. So please take the ESL placement test if your score was very, very low and you feel that you may need extra help in listening, speaking, conversation, grammar, reading, writing, and editing. When you're ready, click Next at the bottom, and you finally get to your survey results. When you get to your survey results, this will automatically be sent to My CSN testing results page within 24 to 48 hours. Just in case, you should take a picture or print out your results. To see your results, go back to csn.edu and click on Login. Scroll down and enter your GoCSN account. Log in and look for My CSN. I don't have WebPass installed, and if you want, you can install it. It's easier to sign in. I'm going to cancel and click on My CSN and sign in again. Once I log in, I'm going to click on My CSN Student Center. Close this menu option, and I'm going to click on Other Academics, the down arrow, and Test Scores. I will see test scores for all of the different tests that I took. There are 8 that I have taken, and I can only see 5 of them, so I need to click View All. And here are my results. Once you view your results, you can go back here or go to Student Center. If I want to enroll into an English class, for example, English 110, if that was the score I got, or English 100, if that was the score I got, remember that English 100 is for native English speakers and English 110 is for non-native English speakers. But maybe I took the ESL placement test and I want to enroll in an ESL class. All I need to do is search, choose the term that I want, select the subject and the course number. I'm going to try ESL 72, which is the very first ESL class offered, and search. I will see 2 courses. One is Web Online and one is in person on the West Charleston campus. I'm going to select Web Online. Read the prerequisite information and enroll. Here it's in my shopping cart. I'm going to select the class and click Enroll. Then I see it's open, so I'm going to finish enrolling. And I have been successful in enrolling because I have a green check mark. Now I can go to my class schedule and make a payment. It's important to check payment deadlines because if you don't make a payment before the deadline, you may lose this class from your schedule and you have to re-enroll if it's still open. View my class schedule. And as you can see, I have all of these courses here. But if I'm an ESL student taking a low-level class, I should not be taking English 110, which is a high-level class for ESL. Or I should not be taking English 100, which is for native English speakers. So I would need to drop these 2 courses to take the ESL lowest level course offered. How do I do that? I go back to the Student Center, or I could go to Drop, and I click on the courses I want to drop, and Drop Selected, and Finish Dropping. And I've been successful, and now I see my class schedule again. And these are my my 2 classes. And from here, I can easily purchase my textbooks. And I can click on Printer Friendly Page to print out this information. Well, I hope you've learned how to take the English Placement Survey, the importance of the survey in selecting the appropriate class for you, and how to register for the class that you have placed into. Good luck.